In this video, we have an exclusive. I wasn't going to drop this video until you guys been wanting me to drop this banger. Travel with Dre, back at it again. In this video, you guys get a chance to get my experience of being in Santo Domingo through a pool party, as you guys can see right now. But anyway, enjoy the scene. Hola amigos, que lo que pase, mi español es un poco, pero estudiar español cada día, pero voy a decirte sobre mi tiempo en Santo Domingo, entonces está bien. What's good, my people? This your boy MagDog TV / Travel with Dre, coming back with another one. You guys been seeing my Instagram stories and want me to go ahead and give you guys my experience being in Santo Domingo. For those of you that want to know about the nightlife and the women, the timestamp is right here for you guys to go and check that out. For those of you that want to know everything about Airbnb, how to move around, all that fun stuff, stay right here to the whole entire video, and I'm gonna do my best to be as fast and efficient as I can. So just buckle your seats. First and foremost, I got out here on a 7-day trip. One more day left, man. My time is winding down, but yes, I will be returning back here, but I will kind of give you guys more information on that. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned. But for my birthday in March, we're definitely going to another location, man. So you definitely don't want to miss that. So the Airbnb I'm staying in right now, as you guys can see on the screen, comes with 2 ACs at the top of the ceiling that's manually remoted, which means you can control it whenever you want. And it comes with a refrigerator, a stove, a microwave, washer and dryer, piscina up top, which is a pool in Spanish, jacuzzi, a balcony. It has a staff that's going to check you in and out with safety. There is everything here, right here at this Airbnb that's less than $400. I repeat, less than $400, man. You cannot beat it. I have the link of this Airbnb along with the host information for those of you that want to check it out. I will have a link to my Instagram right here for those of you that may have questions about Santo Domingo, the Airbnb, or more questions that you may have that I can't put out here on YouTube. So definitely hit me up. I will have some consultations for those of you that want to know more than what I can provide. But overall, man, the Airbnb was absolutely phenomenal. If you want to move around Santo Domingo, because there's 11 million people here in Santo Domingo, Uber is the best way. It's cheap. $3-4, man. You can also do the motorbike. I also did that as well. I wasn't able to get some clips of me being on the bike, man. I hate that, but you can get around like that as well. Very, very cheap. And I also have other information in regards if you guys want to stay here, but we'll talk about that in another video. When I got here, I came to Santo Domingo specifically because I wanted to be around tourists. I didn't go in tourist zone. I stayed here in Piantini, which is a tourist area, is a safe upscale area. But when my boots was on the ground, I went out to San Bill Mall, local mall, man. Nothing but locals. You probably don't see any Americans out there, and that's just what it is. You have to speak Spanish if you want to talk to anybody. So that was one of the reasons why I came to Santo Domingo, because I wanted to improve my Spanish, and my Spanish is much better now than it was before. I also went to Agora Mall, which is also another amazing place you guys can go visit. I think Agora Mall is the biggest mall of all the malls. Maybe San Bill, one of those malls is the biggest of all malls, but I went to both. The Blue Mall is more of an upscale, more rich type of area. So everything in there is going to be very expensive, but you guys can definitely check it out while you're in Santo Domingo. I also went out to the Zona Colonial. I had an amazing time there, man. The parties was absolutely lit. You guys can go to on those bars. I went out there, man. The vibes was great. I'm not really a big party type of guy, but since I was out here on this trip, I did want to kind of get that experience and see what it was like. So I definitely did that. This video probably going to be a little bit unorganized because I really don't take it as serious as I do my other YouTube channel, but it is what it is, which is, like I said, full-time MagDog TV. So yeah, I went out to Zona Colonial. It was absolutely amazing. Met some people, man. Beautiful women, man, all over the place. I'm gonna tell you guys one thing. When you go to Zona Colonial everybody speaks English. But where I was going, as far as some of the things that I was doing, was outside of tourist zones, so I had to speak Spanish. The women outside of the tourist zone are more friendly. They speak Spanish, and they just, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just way more cooler, in my opinion, man. It just is what it is. They're more beautiful as well. You see less makeup, less BBLs. You see naturally beautiful women when you're going outside that tourist zone. I had a lot of amazing women that came and spent some time with me. We didn't exercise or anything like that as much. You know, I had a few I may have do a little exercising with, if you guys know what I mean. But mainly, it was just about me having a good time, man. They came over, I threw a pool party. You know what I'm saying? As I said before, in my Airbnb, we got a jacuzzi and a pool up top. And it was absolutely phenomenal. You can also Uber Eats. So if you don't want to go out, if it's raining, because it did rain a lot here, that's why I wasn't able to do everything. You can definitely Uber Eats for very cheap. So you guys definitely want to do that, man. But overall, man, this was an amazing trip. I met some amazing people, man. I went out to El Dorate. This is a town, a local town, where they speak a lot of Spanish, as I said before. And it's a lot of hustling, but there's a lot of stores. Everything is cheap on this strip. And it's a little dangerous. So, you know, a lot of people was wondering, do you have to come on this trip solo? I would probably recommend you to come with someone if you can't speak a little Spanish, because you're going to have to be able to speak some type of Spanish unless you want to Google Translate. But me personally, I don't like Google Translating a lot, because it shows more respect to the tourists when you're trying to speak and you're doing okay. They would do a lot of things for you when you are speaking their language. So I found that out, man, because I was able to speak a little Spanish. People were able to help me with a lot of things that I needed. I can just do certain things free. And it was absolutely phenomenal, whether it was me needing to go to a certain store, me needing to do this or do that. Everything was just so beneficial to me, as if I was a tourist. That's the best way I can explain it. Some of you may want to know, are there other Americans out here in Santo Domingo? There aren't a high abundance of Americans in this area as of right now, but there were a few people, a lot of OGs that I ran into out here in Santo Domingo, and they was telling me, man, you the king of Santo Domingo. But I don't like to claim titles, man. I don't like to even really post videos of certain things that I'm doing, because, man, I like to stay low key. You know, I'm young, but I'm also old school in a way, because I feel like there's always more room to grow and all those things, man. But this was an absolutely amazing trip. Some of you may want to know, how much do you need to save for a 7-day trip? Honestly, $600 will last you for a 7-day trip. A lot of times people like to say save $200 a day, but no, man. In Santo Domingo, you do not need to do that if you travel like I did. I travel with the locals. I'm around the locals. I'm in the local areas. $600 would do great for you. And you got me to ask questions to, and I got areas where you can go and get things that's less than what a tourist would spend. So I would say $600. But if you want to be around tourists, then $1,200, $1,500 would definitely be great for you. And that's way more than enough, because I'm going to have more pesos when I do come back here, man. But I do plan to come back very soon. But for my birthday in March, there is a location that I'm going to, man. You guys definitely don't want to miss. But overall, man, this was a great trip, man. I met a lot of amazing people, as I said before. They have amazing nightlife. You can go and check out Zona, Colonial. You guys can go to Mixer VIP. You guys can go to Sparta Lounge. There's so many places you guys can go to. I didn't go to any of those places besides Ono's Bar and Zona Colonial, because there was so much to do in a little amount of time. 7 days sound like a lot of time, but it's really not when you are in a big city like Santo Domingo. But overall, man, it was great. You guys can see in the screen of some of the things that I was doing. I met a lot of women. The women was phenomenal. They was very soft, and they loved the fact that I was trying to speak Spanish. Some of them was in tears when I left, or when I told them I was leaving, man, because they just loved my presence, man. And I fed all of them, you know what I'm saying? I made them feel comfortable. I made them feel like human beings, man. And, you know, the economy is not normal like we have it in the United States. You know, a lot of them have problems, man. And so it's very important to treat these people as if they are human beings, man. But overall, man, this was a great trip. If you guys want to know way more the things that about this trip, man, definitely hit me up, man, on Instagram, as I said before. And till next time, man, I definitely will keep you guys updated with our next trip. Hasta luego.